When I step outside my door, I see the sweet little neighborhood I've lived in for the last 6 years. It's full of kids that like to play outside and people that like to walk their dogs, and it's all things that I love to see every day.
I see a really diverse neighborhood. It's a lot of older houses that are small. I see black people and white people. I see poor people. I see rich people. I see people walking on the street and people driving Rolls Royce. But there's such a diversity in my neighborhood that I wouldn't live anywhere else. It's just a really cool place.
When I step outside my door, I think about how blessed I am to have another day to go off and do my work or whatever. I was blessed to have reasonable employment that I was challenged with, and had a wonderful family. And just to go out and be part of the world and come back to that family and that setting was wonderful and exciting. And so you step out each day and face each day and look forward to finishing that day and coming back home.
I see a broken down playset that my kids have played on. I see a garage full of bikes and wagons and ride-on toys and fake lawnmowers and the real lawnmower and chalk and paint and bubbles, and it's overwhelming and kind of suffocating when I see it, but I remind myself that in 12 years it will all be gone, and that makes me sad, but it's also reassuring.
These days when I step outside my door, I am so grateful to see blue skies. Where I live now has been under a fire watch for over 3 months, and 500,000 acres of forest burned just to the west of my home. Literally, the edge of it came within just a few miles of where we live. The sky would fill with smoke. The light of the day would turn orange. The speckled the shadows under the trees were a penumbral sort of orange, like you see during a full eclipse. It would rain ash all day long in the yard, on the driveway, and on our cars. And there were days that the street lights would come on at lunchtime. It was so dark. It was dystopian. It was unsettling. It was a really strange time, and it affected everybody where we live here. It wasn't a topic because it was a surrounding sort of oppressive blanket of sort of danger and gloom, and a lot of it has to do with a changing climate and the fire season that is now over 2 months longer than it was just a few years ago. And so it was an amazing power of nature to witness, but man, was it scary. And finally, we had some big snow in the high country, and it just became 100% contained today. So when I step outside my door and see blue sky, it's something to be thankful for.
I take a look to see what's going on. I look at my surroundings, and then I think about how good and how great God is with his wonderful creations. And then I think about how fortunate I am to be a part of this great creation.
When I step outside my door, I want people to see my light that shines.
When I step outside my door, I feel excitement and inspiration to do something meaningful in this world that maybe helps others or just helps friends and anything like that.
When I step outside my door, I've come to realize gradually over the years that my outside my door is the result of the choices I've made somewhere along the way. And that includes the people I meet outside my door and the environment I live in. I live in both an urban environment and a country environment, and those are all of my choosing. So when I step outside of my door at my one home, I'm surrounded by woods and tall trees and nature. And when I step outside of my other door, I'm surrounded by big, beautiful buildings in Chicago.
When I step outside my door, I just see the beauty in everything.